The Big 12 championships this weekend. Oklahoma State and Texas. Ollie Gordon. Texas defense is great at defending the run. It's not good at defending the pass. So we should then lean on Oklahoma State's quarterback, right? But it's Alan Bowman. Robbie, will this game be un blowout?
I don't think so. I really don't. And the number is massive, 14.5.
Yeah, do you take Oklahoma State plus 14.5? Best bets here. What do you do?
I do. I am taking that. And just for the sole fact of we've seen, and we talked about it earlier multiple times, how Texas is a team that will squander a big lead or keep teams in that really shouldn't be in there. And I think Oklahoma State is a team that has the best player. I think Ollie Gordon, out of those two teams, is the best player. You may love Xavier Worthy. You may love Jatavian Sanders. You may love Tiandre Sweat. No. Ollie Gordon is the best player in this game that is going on. And if you have a player like that, you're going to keep it close. And I know Oklahoma State got blown out by UCF, but that is a gritty team. That is a team that fights back. Physicality-wise, I love the matchup of these two. And they just showed that last game against BYU. Like, although BYU is not the Texas Longhorns, I can confirm, they were down and they fought back. And I think that is a team that if they have to rely on their pass, good luck. But they do have a Brendan Presley. They do have the offense that can, keep on chipping away. So that's where I'm having hope in Oklahoma State. I don't think they're going to win this game, but is it going to be close? I think so. And I don't think Mike Gundy will allow a blowout versus Texas in the title game.
I won't even raise my hand. I'm just going to butt in. If this game is close, I think Oklahoma State wins. The way that Texas has played this year has been get out by 14, get out by 21, get out by 20. Then at the end of the game, things close in on them. We've seen a couple of teams do that against UT. For Oklahoma State, they've had a pattern before of somebody else jumps out. They find a way to close the ball game out. They have just closed out games at the end when it's close. Look at West Virginia, where they're right there. West Virginia has the game in hand, in control in the third quarter. Oklahoma State wins by double digits. If it's close, I think Oklahoma State has the better closing ability of these two teams. But I want to take you through some of these props here. Ooh. Oklahoma State and Texas over under 55.5.
I'm going to go with, that's actually good because I do think defensively, like Texas is they're a lot better than they were before. And I think Oklahoma State has the pieces, but I am going to go with the over here just because I think there is going to be a point where we get into a shootout. So I'm going to go with the over there. And, if I were to make a score prediction, I think both teams are going to get, let's say I'm going to say like in the 30s. I feel like if you hit 40, you're going to win. I think if you hit 40, you're going to win.
Well, I have a best bet for you, and this is my favorite bet in the world. Oklahoma State at FanDuel right now, minus 110 as a team total of 19.5 points. You can take Oklahoma State over 19.5 right now, minus 110 at FanDuel. Would you do that?
I would. And I think I just trust Ollie Gordon too much. I think he's going to confirm get a touchdown. I have that prop down, Ollie Gordon touchdown. I'm just going to guarantee that if you have 20 touchdowns in a given season and you're the best player on the I almost said court. It's not a court.
Why not?
No. Also, Nelly's going to be there.
Nelly's going to be there.
Does that make you care at all about Nelly?
No. They say that the Big 12 is the truck stop conference. And then Brett Yormark's like, no, we're not, guys. We have Nelly. We literally have Nelly.
Guys, I swear we're cool.
We're going to be. And you know what? Fine. If you don't even like that, we'll bring in the WWE. Now we have the WWE, guys. They're putting the WWE logo on the field on Saturday and giving a WWE belt to the MVP of the game.
See, I love that, but like, how much is this marketing work, or is it like Brett Yormark, like, look what I did, and like holds his suspenders, like, WWE. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm doing a job.
The French kid from third grade who had the John Cena shirt and the shorts just past the knee, so pumped right now. Yes, the WWE coming to the Big 12 championship. Also,
last year was Bape too. Like, why do
I don't know what that means. I still don't know what Bape is.
Bathing ape, and like, I don't know what this is. It's like, why are we making the Big 12 bougie?
They're also gonna live stream the game in Times Square. They bought out one of the panels at Times Square, which makes me only wish it would have been Oklahoma State and Iowa State. So some New Yorkers just like, what the hell? What is that? Why?
Yeah. Forget Farmageddon. We got Nelly.
This is Brett Yormark saying, we're cool, guys. Everybody calm down. We're the cool conference.
Do you think we're compensating then? I think the Big 12 is compensating.
100%. I to an extent where everybody sees it and they're like, that's a little much. That's a little much.
We aren't the SEC when it comes to football, but we are sure cool.
But we have the WWE and Nelly. All right. Yeah. Who does the SEC have at their halftime? Probably like Lee Greenwood. All of America is just, you know what? Somehow
Lee Greenwood. Oh my God. Funny story. I've actually seen Lee Greenwood in concert.
Why?
I was at a
Dead or Alive, Lee Greenwood.
My girlfriend lives in Arizona. She's like, her family's there. And we went to the Arizona State Fair and Lee Greenwood was performing. And if you, all these people in like America flag stuff, everybody over the age of 70. And then it's just me, like, I'm just eating a corn dog. Like
Gordon Lightfoot opens, Lee Greenwood comes out. It's just the night to remember.
Yeah.
Lee Greenwood. Yeah, that's what the SEC would do. And it'd be way cooler than Nelly being at halftime of the Big 12. It doesn't make it there is going to be one Oklahoma State fan who's like, what are they talking about down there? Who is that guy? What is he saying? He's speaking real fast. They're going to leave. They're going to leave the game at halftime because of Nelly. I'm with you. I think you're overcompensating. It's not a good thing. Robbie, it is a good thing to see you. I missed you. You look both older and younger.
Yeah, no, I think that's just the aging process of life. I think the more you live through life and the less you see a certain person, like I just look different.
Yeah. It's like a Benjamin Button kind of thing.
Yeah. I have some questions for you though, if you have the time.
Yeah, why not?
You know, we talked about like what you learned, what I learned about the Big 12 this year. Like this is your first year as the host of Locked On Big 12. I think you are more tuned into the conference than you were at Baylor, even though I know you were tuned into everything else. Like moving forward, how do you feel about this conference? Because I think hype was incredible. Yeah. When Brett Yormark saved the conference and added these 4 teams, we were like, hell yes. And the YouTube clips were all flowing and all the views are there. But then Brett Yormark, I think, made some like weird decisions this year. When it came to scheduling, when it came to what he said at the Texas Tech thing, I think we're seeing, you know, he's making some mistakes and he's not perfect. But moving forward, how do you feel about this conference?
I think it's the most competitive conference in college football. It's going to bring the most parity still. Now, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. Parity does not drive ratings. There's not I love seeing 6-4 Iowa State play 6-4 West Virginia in Ames in a night game. I am the sicko that thinks that's the coolest thing ever. It's so entertaining to me. The rest of the country doesn't agree. They're not going to FS1 to hear Tim Brando cough through the entire broadcast. You're not going to get that. So
He's so bad.
It's tough. It's a tough listen.
Yeah, I'm on mute.
I've decided that the Big 12 is going to have to carry that brand of fun. They're going to have to do that into the next era of where college expansion goes, or conference expansion goes. That said, fun doesn't give you a lot of money, doesn't win you a lot of playoff games. That's where I'm worried. I am genuinely concerned about the talent gap that continues to grow and whether or not the Big 12 can compensate with the transfer portal or with an improved NIL. I think you're right about the Big Ten. The Big Ten's not as far away as some might think, but the SEC, despite the Big 12 having a solid record against SEC teams and the SEC having a below 500 record against other Power 5 conferences, I'm not confident. I'm not confident that catching the SEC is realistic in the next decade. And it's just not. I'm off put by some like the WWE thing. I'm like, oh, dude, are there other ways we can concentrate our efforts on making money and doing actual cool stuff? And with the Gonzaga stuff, stop telling me every 3 weeks, hey, we're kind of talking again. Like you've broken up 3 times. You never even started dating in the first. You can't cheat on somebody when you're not even dating. There have been moves like that in the last 3 or 4 months that I haven't even talked about on the show because there's been such, you're at the forefront of football season. But yeah, I don't know. There are some things I'm leery of. Yes. Thank you.
No, I agree with that. And I don't even know how much Brett Yormark can do to catch up with the SEC.
Right.
Because it's not like you can make Iowa State like, I don't know, Ole Miss. You can't give them that.
No.
And he's doing his best to elevate, the conference, whether it's things that are like Nelly or WWE. Cool. Like that is cool. But like how much can he really do to elevate this conference as much. He added these other schools. You did your job. Now just like, don't make mistakes, really.
Yep.
Don't make mistakes, and then incrementally, find ways to increase that revenue. But it's not like, I don't know how we could catch up with the SEC just because geographically, recruiting wise, and also name brand. There is no necessarily true name brand in the Big 12 right now. And right now, if we were to pick the name brand, it would be Colorado because of Deion. Yes. Besides that, I don't know.
Yeah, Colorado had 60 million viewers this year, which is just off the freaking charts compared to what the Big 12 brings in. And so that could be your bell cow, but they're going to have to win. You need somebody who wins consistently. That's the beauty of Oregon, is that they've won consistently, or at least enough to be a power brand in college football. And the Big 12 lacks that. They lack even a Miami who won long enough that their brand still carries weight. A Florida State who has won long enough that brand carries so much weight in college football, and they have staying power, not just in the ACC, but nationally. The Big 12 doesn't have anybody that you point at and say, wow, that is a scary program nationally. They're going to compete for national championships. And maybe Utah develops into that. Maybe Colorado does. Maybe BYU does. Maybe Mike Gundy finally gets over that hump in the new Big 12 and finds a way to do it. But you need somebody to do that. And I just don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah, this is the conference I hope of new bloods. You have your blue bloods, and I hope the Big 12 develops a new blood. Utah,
and if you don't,
I hope does that. I hope Oklahoma State, they've been consistent, but I hope that they can prove they can do this on a national level every single year. And Kansas State is a program that disappointed this year, but I hope they become that new blood where you see them, you're like, I don't want to play them. And I think the new college football playoff expansion will be good for the Big 12 because they can prove they can do that on a national level and not at some random bowl game. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
What do you say about the Liberty Bowl? What do you say about the Liberty Bowl?
Bowl season,
half the players have already transferred, half the coaches have left.
Bowl season, to me, I don't care if a player goes to the NFL or they won't play for a certain reason or if they're transferring. Bowl season is strictly, let's see our young talent, or let's see the players that we love that stuck around play one more time. I don't have all this hype about it. I'm not giving any stock really to a lot of these bowl games. Bowl games are just fun. They're fun. You gamble on them. They're content. The games that matter are the college football playoff. And I think after the expansion, we're going to just realize bowl games are kind of just fun and shouldn't have any weight.
That's Robile Triano. I'm Drake Toll from ESPN Central Texas. Robbie, actually, I can't label you with an affiliation. It's Robbie Triano from radio shows in Chicago.
670 The Score. 670 The Score in Chicago. I miss the Big 12 very much, but I'm still a fan. And I'm stuck being friends with this Drake guy. So I have to,
It's a good name.
Keep up on content.
It's a cool name.
Your name?
Yeah.
I do think it's a cool name. I think it rolls off the tongue. I don't know if I like the C, though. It's just Drake C. Toll.
There's another Drake Toll who's like 24. It's tough. And there was
You're going to let him beat you?
There was a point in time where, yes, I was worried this guy's going to become famous for some reason. And I'm going to have a differentiating factor. We sat down with the council and had a very strict conversation about the other Drake Toll that existed in Kansas.
You said with Brett Yormark, how do we separate ourselves?
And I am
the C is your Nelly.
I'm Facebook friends. It's my WWE Bape. Is the C? It's on the logo's on the field. I hope he's doing well. By the way, I haven't talked to him in a while. The other Drake Toll, who's legitimately 2 years older than me. He's right there. This has been really Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. I love you. I miss you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Dose Grande.